Welcome back, everyone. This is Thomas Triple T Ty with another new bullish crypto analysis. Before we dig in and take a look at Bitcoin's daily analysis, remember this is for edutainment only and not to be considered as financial advice. Additionally, please help spread my simple to understand analysis to help others. And you can do that by smashing on the like, ringing my bell, hitting subscribe if you haven't, and share your comments and thoughts in the comment section. That lets me know what you're thinking and your perspective, and also helps the YouTube algorithm as well. So before, and again, this is not financial advice. This is all for edutainment, in case I haven't said that. Let's go to the news first, and then we'll take a look at the analysis. I need my mouse highlighter. Here we go. Just one simple news article today, and this one is from CoinDesk. It's basically talked about how the minnows, and if you don't know what minnows are BTC or like crypto investors who are small investors, tiny investors, compared to whales, who are big giant investors. Whales for Bitcoin typically have 1,000 Bitcoin or more, and in this right here is what I want to highlight. In recent reports, Glassnode mentioned that the long-term holders were redistributing, i.e., selling their coins to new entrants, and these new entrants are the minnows. So there are more minnows accumulating Bitcoin from long-term holders. I would be careful about that, because typically long-term holders typically know what they're doing. They sell out as the market in a bull market. They tend to sell out as we head to the top, and they accumulate when we're near the bottom. So be really careful about this. I would wait. Check out my entry prices that are not financial advice, but check my entry prices. Look for the lows, because I think they're selling because they're expecting price to drop lower so they can accumulate at the bottom, near the bottom. So it's cool though. It's cool to see people entering more minnows, buying up Bitcoin, but be cautious. The current crypto market, thanks to the big rally that I'll talk to in a little bit, but crypto market mostly green right now. These are stable coins, but so otherwise they're like in this chart they're all green. ADA popped over 15% on the day. You got Link also popping. It's just a bunch of little dark greens here. They popped. Bitcoin 39.8K at the time of this chart. 42 dominance percent there. Ethereum almost closing back to 3K, but at 2.9K, dominance 19.64. So really good day for crypto market. And the reason mainly is because of if you didn't get to see my last video on the market news, macro news, check that out. I explained that in there. But basically is when Jerome Powell said that they're not going, the 75 basis point is kind of out of the questions. It's unlikely, is what he said. Right at that time, the market popped, equities and crypto. Bitcoin here, let's take a look at the market cap total for crypto first. Shot up to 1.8 trillion, up 5.35%. That's a lot in one day. So money moved right back into there as soon as Powell said that. It actually moved up earlier in the day. Bitcoin did, and crypto, it moved up early in the day, and they dropped when the 50 basis point was announced, and then during the news conference when he mentioned the 75 basis point is unlikely, boom, it shot up. So pretty cool. Bitcoin market cap $756.5 billion. Here's the daily chart here. Let's max it out so we can see it better. And here's the giant candle that happened today. And the title of this video is how likely is Bitcoin going to sustain being above 40K? And I'll answer that question. So here, here's the yesterday I mentioned that Bitcoin would chop around 37.5 to 39K. It pretty much did that. Didn't go as low as 37.5. Came close though. You can see here the low was 37.69. So it came pretty close on the low, and then it was ranging on the high at around 39. But as soon as the 75 basis point, he mentioned that it's unlikely for a 75 basis point increase. Boom, it shot up. It shot up all the way up here, just above 40K. So the question is, are we going to be able to sustain above 40K? And let's go through and answer that question. So the analysis was right on, but let's see what happens. Let's see here. Except for the pop above 39K. But the question is it sustainable, right? So Bitcoin's body moved above the Bollinger Band middle basis line here, this blue line here. Moved above that for the first time in 30 days. 12 and 38 days were the recent periods where it was below. So that's pretty incredible, that move right there. Again, the question is it sustainable? It remains bearish below the 50-day moving average. This pink reddish line here, that's now going horizontal. It's going ascending. Now it's going more horizontal. And that line is currently right now at 42K. The bull market support band, this gray ribbon here, that range is 41.8 to 42.8K, and Bitcoin's below that. So it's still in the bearish territory, even with that move. Additionally, it's still trapped inside this descending triangle, and the descending triangle is a bearish pattern, and it almost came, the wick here came close to the top of the descending channel resistance, and that is roughly around 40.3K. Now, if it goes back above that descending channel resistance, that's very and sustain a move above that, that's very bullish. But you notice here, all these days it's been below. And this area right here is an area of confluence. Right up here, this pinkish line here, that's the that resistance line here. So right here we have two resistance. We have the descending triangle resistance, and then we have the Fibonacci 23.6 level here. So that could potentially be a big resistance for it, and I think it will be. Support right now is currently the bull market. The Bollinger Band basis line, this blue line here. That's going to be the resistance. More than likely, it'll break below. It'll break below and come back to its range down here. That's what I think. But the indicators will show differently. But let's find out. And if it breaks below the Bollinger Band basis, then the next resistance is this reddish line here. It should be green, but it's going to chop up and down, so I'm not going to change it. But that reddish line is the 39K zone. More than likely, it'll retest this line. That's what I think. Previous traded volume at this price range, right up here, it's about 75% of the max in this range. So decent volume in this price zone. But as far as the daily, it shot up above, broke the moving average pretty hard. So combined with today and the previous 2 days, volume's been pretty decent. So, but today it's something else. Today pretty much matches just above the April the 28th. When above that, it's actually between the 28th and the volume for the 25th of April. Let's go down and check out the indicators. The white J line of the KDJ spiked up to 53, back above the blue K and the red D lines, and and I gave it a bull with a warning sign. And that warning sign is because I don't think it's sustainable. And so more than likely it'll round off and drop back down and retest the blue and the red lines here. The MACD, this is another phenomenal move right here. The MACD line currently at 31. It popped up slightly above the red signal line, registering at 31, and printing the first bullish histogram bar, very tiny body or short histogram bar for the first time after 30 bearish bars. But notice how thin it is, though. The question is it going to stay that way? So because it's popped up above, the trend says it's bullish, but I gave it a warning here. Okay. So the red RSI line, blue CVD, and the white MOM also flipped back up. They were flipping down. They suddenly flipped back up. And the red RSI line is at 48, which is just below the 50 middle mark. And I gave that a bull and a warning sign as well. The blue CVD line is at 1.814 million. And I gave that a bull and a warning sign. You see a theme here. The white momentum indicator also, flipped back up to 191. That also got a bull and a warning sign. So basically, all the signals are indicating bullish movement. But I'm not going to go with it. I'm going to go with two crabs and a bear, because I feel that it's going to test this middle basis line here and then drop below. The middle basis line is such a crucial one. If it stays above it, I'm totally for if it sustain above that, totally going to be bullish. But more than likely, it's going to drop below, because that news items like that, it's just temporary, and people are just reacting to it. It's not an organic move. It's not sustainable in my opinion. So yeah, totally. It's gonna be choppy in this zone here. Gonna drop back down more than likely below the middle Bollinger basis, and then retest the 39K reddish line here. It's gonna chop right there, and there's a likelihood that maybe in 48 hours or around there, it might even drop below the 39K or wick below it. That's what I think. So more than likely, it'll range right in this spot here between 39 and the middle basis line, which is what is it? 39.5. Yeah. So the question to the video title is gonna how likely is it gonna stay above 40K? Unlikely. All right. So two crabs and a bull. Two crabs because it's gonna chop. Two crabs and a bear. Two crabs because it's gonna be choppy, and a bear because there's bearish tendency, in my opinion, my personal opinion, not the indicators. And I'm totally overriding that. I'm not sure if that's smart or not, but hey, sometimes you just gotta go with what you feel, not what you see, or what you know as far as experience-wise. Let's take a look at the options max pain. Max pain's for the 5th, 39K. For the 6th, 39K. For the 13th, 39K. And for the 20th, it's 38K. Volume are contracts. Options volume are contracts that have already been executed. And you see here that on the 5th, there's not a lot of volume here for the calls and the puts. Calls are contracts to have the option to buy, but not the obligation. Puts are options to sell, but not obligation. But the 6th, we have more volume here. Contract it shows more volume for calls than puts. Going over here on the open interest. Open interest are contracts that are pending and not fulfilled yet. And you see that there's not a lot of open interest here. The 6th is slightly a bit more, but overall, it's not a lot. What this means is that the tendencies to go towards max pain may not be very high if we don't have a lot of open interest pending. That's all. Here's the heat map. We have notice the 50K wall. It got yellowish here and then faded to whitish, yellowish here and faded to white. The warm colors are bigger in size versus the light color. So the 50K wall, sell wall, is still there. And but down below we have the buy walls. We got 37K buy wall, 36, and a bigger one at 35. That's been there for quite some time. But notice how notice the color change though. Warmer colors are bigger in size. So we got 30K buy wall, 25K. Notice how this one came in and around 22K and disappeared. But the 20K wall has been consistently there. So, and if you notice from since May the 1st here at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, you can see how these aggressive market buys are. More aggressive market buys. And you can see on the meter here too, almost maxed out. So a lot of market buys is what it is. Here's the liquidations level, cumulative liquidations levels delta. It's currently showing roughly $2.9 billion on Binance alone for 20 to 100x high leverage only. And what this is about is you take the levels down here. These are the longs here. You take the money, open interest in the longs, and you subtract from the money in the shorts, and you have an overage of longs. So there is more money bet in high leverage for longs. That price is going to go up, is what it says. Right now, this number is too small to make a difference, to influence someone to take a counter position to influence the price on the spot market. That's all it means. All macro, baby. Macro. And that's it. We are back to the beginning. I hope you enjoy the video and found value. If you did, feel free to smash the like, ring my bell, hit subscribe if you haven't, and share your thoughts in the comments section. I really like the comments. Those are cool. Just to see what people are thinking, what questions they have. And then help promote these easy to understand analysis to help others. Peace. I'll have a couple more videos later today. I hope I get to them because right now I got to go to an event. So I'll see you later in the next video. Peace.